Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Sunshine Cup team, double Megargo Credilli. So let's just talk about two things. One, I would not use this exact same team. I started off really well and then I went on like a 5 game losing streak. So you're going to see that losing streak in here. Um, and this is one where it's like the individual parts of the team is better than the collective whole. I think each of these three Pokemon have a lot of play in this meta, but as a team together, it did not seem to work extremely well. I did want to focus on double, but I will I will highlight kind of all these Pokemon now, and then we'll go over to the matchups here. So one, this team's like triple weak to fighting. You're gonna have some problems with a couple other Pokemon. So again, I wouldn't use it. But double, Vigoroth got nerfed 3 times: Rock Slide, Body Slam, and Counter. So Vigoroth has always been dominant, and anytime there's normal typing allowed in a limited cup, Vigoroth has dominated. So double is basically Vigoroth light, not as great with double kick as counter was, but now that counter is nerfed, having the double kick is actually a pretty good option. And then body slam did get nerfed, so you feel it a bit there, and then the payback is still the same. So I think double is like a nice Vigoroth light. Make Go, everyone's focused on Talonflame, so everyone's trying to get answers for Talonflame as a flyer. Unfortunately, a lot of those answers are rock. So rock still hits Go super effective, but it's only single effective. Meanwhile, you also destroy Talonflame as Go because you have the Rock Tomb plus Overheat. Credilli seemed like a nice grass core breaker for a few things, right? There are some ground type Pokemon. It does well even in normal matchups with the Bullet Seed Grass Knot, and then it has that Rock Slide for Talonflame and Flyers if you see it. So it's a grass that also has that Flyer coverage. So that was the thought process. I understood even at the time when I built it that I had a triple weakness to fighting, but I was like, there's not a lot of fighters, and then I ran into Obstagoon twice. Like, just one of those things. Like, okay. Some people had asked about Obstagoon. I haven't really used a counter user. I can't really comment on it because I haven't used a counter user since it got nerfed. So I can't speak about it too much. Anyways, I won the lead against Abomasnow. They came up with the Flygon, which seems to be everywhere. I already grabbed a shield from double. And now in the one shields here, they do hit me with the Scorching Sands, but I do live, able to get off a second Grass Knot. Grass Knot is neutral because they're half ground. So do take it out. I am instant swapping because I also have Megargo in the back. So I don't know if this was the best instant swap, quite honestly. I just did it because I'm like, I'll get ahead on energy and then they'll get out of here and then I'll still have Megargo. If they don't get out, they kind of just stay in. I'm like, oh, they do eventually get out. They do catch. Okay. So they do catch on the Credilli. Do get to a payback. At this point, I can now align Megargo. Like, if this lands, which I think it does, yeah. I can now let this go and then Incinerate down or throw a move and then align my Megargo on their Abomasnow. So I will shield up the Rock Slide here because that will be the only move I need to worry about. And they come in Abomasnow. I'm going to just throw the move because kind of forcing them to... They have Energy Ball and Energy Ball still neutral because you are half rock. So I wanted to lower their attack in case like Energy Ball would be a neutral move and chip pretty much a lot. And I didn't really want that. So I just lower that. Plus I did grab a shield, which means I could just go here. Even though they're dry, I can just probably Incinerate down if I wanted to. But I got the shield. Let's just take it out. Flygon. So neutralish lead. Flygons are everywhere. If you saw my video yesterday and today, obviously, like Flygons, I just seem to run into them constantly. So they are everywhere. That's okay. It is, despite the name, not a flying Pokemon. It is a ground dragon. So double kicks are neutral. Body slams are neutral. They do hit me with the Scorching Sand, but double again. I think a little bulkier than Vigoroth. So live that and get the another one off. Going Credilli because Incinerate is resisted based on the dragon. And I do just go straight Rock Slide because I'm like, they're not going to go down because they have like 100 energy. And then they finally get out into Dunsparce. So, Megargo, this is why Dunsparce is so tricky to go against because it has insane coverage move. So yes, you're not double super effective to rock, but you're double super effective to ground. So fires weak to ground, and so is rock. So drill run basically one-shots you as Magikarp Go. So I'm just staying in here. I'm chipping as much as I can so that I can just come and incinerate down the rest. I have a 2 shield advantage. If I can take this out before they even get a move off, I have 2 shields plus some energy. And out comes the Talonflame, and I have a double super effective Rock Tomb, so this will easily take out here. And then I can just incinerate down with 2 shield because they can't throw any moves. Well, they can, but I have 2 shields, so they can't win. Superior is kind of tricky. Here's the problem with double. Double kicks are a decent move. Not amazing move, but a decent move. But non-stab. Body slam got nerfed. So that's your main move. Got nerfed. And then payback is an okay option, but it takes 5 double kicks to get to. So like 15 energy. 15 turns worth of energy. So in matches like this against Superior, that has that just like super fast Frenzy Plant plus the ability to just take damage because it's bulky, a little rough on here. I only get the great overheat because I was not I was going to say I'm not paying attention. I know exactly what I was doing at the time. My son just turned 3, I guess 2 days ago now. Yesterday when I'm filming this, but 2 days ago. And we potty trained him like, how many months ago now? A couple months ago? Anyways, when they're still, he's potty trained, but now he's still just like needs help like going to the washroom, pulling his pants down and stuff. So that's what I was doing while I had one game in one hand, pants going down in the other. This is why I will never be an elite battler because I do not have the time to focus. Drill run one-shots me. I have no shields. This game's over. I'm going to drink some Red Bull. Try not to do some ASMR stuff for you guys. Okay. Also, you will see I use the non-Shadow Credilli here, and I used Shadow Credilli for like 1 or 2 battles. I found that non-Shadow was generally better, and the reason for that was even if you watch my analysis on what's better, Shadow or non-Shadow for all these new Pokemon, I said the only way Shadow is better is if you move down from 3 to 2 moves or 2 to 1 moves when you're doing your charge moves. And Credilli does not move down from 2 Grass Knots to 1 Grass Knots or 2 Rock Slide to 1 Rock Slide to take out Pokemon. It still takes 2 moves. So the fact that it still takes 2 moves and you're now taking more damage does not make it better, in my opinion. Now, Dunsparce, I think you can actually take out in 2 moves with the Shadow, and the non-Shadow cannot. So maybe that one is one if you want to use the Shadow. It's better, probably better for Dunsparce. But for the most part, I just found that non-Shadow was better for me. Here we have a Dunsparce. And out comes a Credilli. So my goal is here to either... I think my goal is just probably try and grab a shield. Honestly, if I can take out, that's fine too, because then I can maybe get a move off on the Dunsparce. But I think my ideal would be to like grab a shield here, incinerate down, and then come out with a overheat for them. So there's the shield. They're throwing. Yeah, so this is kind of lining up exactly how I want this to play out. And now I will just go for that full incinerate down. These confusions are adding up because they've double Trailblaze already, so they're double boosted. So I have to shield. But by this point, the damage is done. I've got the energy. Out comes a Dunsparce. I got to overheat. I don't think a Rock Tomb will take out from this range. And then I incinerate down. What is the... So Whimsicott... I just kind of have to stay in here because I can't come Magikarp Go right away because they definitely have an answer for Magikarp Go. And Credilli doesn't really have a good matchup either. So I can only throw neutral Rock Slides. So I just kind of have to stay in. But you know, the Body Slam, the spam of the Body Slam is still intact. It just doesn't do as much damage. Right? So here comes a second Body Slam. Double Kick is resisted, but a second Body Slam, I'm going to take this down to the yellow. So... in what is a bad matchup, I still take this down to the yellow. Like I kind of like double in this meta. I don't think it's highly ranked. Let me just check where it's actually ranked on this list. 47. It's ranked 47. I just assumed that with the amount of Dunsparce and Licky Licky in this meta that you do okay. And you do. You have a 14-12 record. It's just very congregated in the middle. So like you're going to lose to the Flyers and the Fair. Anything that like resists the double kicks, Clodsire, Talonflame, Jump Bluff, Gligar. And then you've got like close losses like a Quagsire, Superior. Those are losses. And then some close wins. Like you beat Flygon. You beat Credilli. And then some of these other ones. The bigger wins are, again, Licky Licky, Dunsparce. So those are the ones that you win against, which is why I think it's kind of nice. You could also use it as a safe swap. You'll see maybe towards the end of these battles, I do use it as a safe swap. Because I feel like Magikarp, Credilli's not a bad safe swap actually. But I think Double's a pretty good safe swap. So I think I switched it for like maybe 1 or 2 battles. Magikarp on the lead. And then Double as a safe swap. But then you're going to see like this is one of the loss. You're going to see like an Obstagoon loss here. Where you just have to stay in. And then you're going to see Magmar. Who runs a Magmar? Well, Magmar seems to have a fighting type move because it is doing super effective. And I only take super effective from one thing, and that is fighting. So I just got to like stay in here. So I'll stay in here, take some moves. I have no idea what it has. Fire Punch. Magmar's so glad. I remember this being a spicy team. So Marowak, luckily I like held back. But Double Kick is resisted here. Grass is resisted on Credilli. So I have to come in. Incinerate's resisted, but their Incinerate's resisted. And then I'm like, I know Bone Club is buffed, and I know I'm double weak to it, but maybe it's still not bad because it's still a non-shadow. And then it's just like, oh no, that hurt a lot. So now I have to commit the shield. Double super effective move. And a buff Bone Club, so I get it. I get why it hurts so much, but going down a shield. So I come back in here. I have a Rock Tomb. And then they shield this. And then I get to another one and they have a move. And so part of me is thinking like, I don't know if I agree with this again. I don't know if I'd use this shield again. But I was like, maybe they're weak in the back to this. And they are. But then I like blindly, stupidly instant swapped to my one non-answer. So it was a Cacturne. So I kind of read it right. But in the end, because I kind of blindly swapped into the one Pokemon where I don't have a good matchup against this, they now just got so far ahead on energy that they got to like back-to-back boosted moves, and then just their attack's too high now, and then I'm in trouble. So that Incinerate does not even register. Chestnut, again, Chestnut's kind of tricky because Double's okay because Double Kick and Body Slam are neutral. But they have superpower, so superpower hits super effective against everything here. And Credilli, I have no charge move for it. Rock Slide and Grass Knot and Bolt Seed, they're all resisted. So again, Core Breaker here, Core Breaker with like Obstagoon coming in. So they're just like, I just went on like a bad run here. So how would I like fix the team, or like what would I don't know. You know, Credilli and Double, even though they're both weak to fighting, they are recommended together on PV Poke. What's the third recommended? The third is like Talonflame. So I wasn't off on like the thing, but maybe you want a Flyer in Talonflame or a Poison in Clodsire to just offset your fighting weakness here and get some bulk. So I think, well, you wouldn't get bulk with Talonflame, but you get with Clodsire. So I think Clodsire instead of Magikarp Go probably could work. So that's how I'd probably make the team better. I would still run Double Credilli, but maybe put in Clodsire and then use either Double or... Actually, I think all three of those kind of have play as safe swaps in this meta. I don't even know what the top safe swap are in this meta. Let me see. Talonflame is the top safe swap. I don't agree with that because if you get a Magikarp Go, you are in huge trouble. So I don't agree with that. Licky Licky is up there, not surprising. Kecleon? That's kind of crazy. Don't agree with that. Flygon. I agree with Flygon. Flygon is very, very tricky with that Dragon Tail and Scorching Sands. So I think, and then Cloudsire's up there too. So not surprising. So I think Flygon, maybe, I don't have a third team yet. I will have one for tomorrow, but my own team, I mean, I'm showcasing others, but I don't think maybe I'll try Flygon as a safe swap and build around that. Okay, so again, double lead. They switch. I'm going to chip to grab a shield. They're going to chip me here, so I'm going to shield because I'll just match shields because I'm already out of move. And this is where the sort of hard-hittingness of Flygon can be a bit of an issue, but I'm going to... We both have 3-turn moves, so I'm going to get an extra move in. I thought I called the Dragon Claw, but I guess I did not. Timer is up. So they catch there. So that's okay. Get that off. Come in here. I'll have to take a move because I get to a move first, and then I think throw payback. Now that's a problem. Like in the past, I would feel comfortable with Body Slam here. I don't know if that's true. Dunsparce is kind of tanky, so I think payback's kind of the only way you can go there. And then I get farmed down here, so I'm like, okay, do I guess come back in here and sacrifice this? But then I don't think I can incinerate down, so that's a bit of an issue. I don't recommend drinking Red Bull, but I don't drink coffee. And then good lead here. They come licky licky, so I'm probably going to try and throw a move here. Yeah, because Body Slam, so the thing is, with Magikarp and Credility, both are rock, so they both resist normal type moves. So Body Slam and stuff is resisted. So I could just easily stand, knowing they can't throw the Body Slam, they have to get to the Shadow Ball. And I grabbed a shield, and that shield lowered that Rock Tomb lowered their attack too. So I can just kind of take these non-stab Shadow Balls from a Licky Licky that are lowered anyways, and do okay. And then just farm up a bit. Yeah, we'll finish that, and then I'll give you my weird things about me. One of them, I don't drink coffee or tea. Okay, so do take it out. Being half rock, they do not take me out. For those of you who have watched all these battles, can see that, holy crap, today was laggy. Like, some days are better than others, I find, for some reason. I don't know why. Some days are better than others. Today was not a good day. They make a catch, but unfortunately they are running ABA Flyer, which is very interesting in a Dunsparce-dominated rock meta. So I'll bank that move. Let this move... It doesn't matter. This game's over. I have 2 shields and a Rock Tomb loaded. I don't even know why I shield this. I could just come in and Rock Tomb, but I just need 25 more seconds of battles for a video apparently, because I throw the payback, doesn't take out, they get another move off, and then I come in and Rock Tomb. If I just let the first move go in and come in Rock Tomb, I would have had a 2 shield flex anyways. I don't, just whatever. Okay, so that's the team. Those are the thoughts on the Pokemon. So yeah, if you guys have better, like I said, double Credility is recommended with Clodsire, so that could be a better option instead of Make Go. Give you a little more bulk too and cover that fighting weakness. So if you want to do that, or if you guys have other team ideas, drop them in the link or just comments below. Yeah, so I have been Dan Talk Time. You'll see in the video this afternoon I talk about how plans changed. I was supposed to go down to Hamilton, but my mom got COVID, so we're just pushing that off a bit. So I've been trying to do, like, I already do 2 videos a day. I've been trying to do like 3, 4 to get ahead. So I've been staying up later and later. I've been staying up like 11:30 plus and getting up at like 6 and stuff for work and kids. And then, yeah, I don't drink coffee. 95% of the time, I do not even 95, like 99% of the time, I do not need any like drinks like this to wake me up. I have always been an early riser. I'm a morning person, not a night owl. I've always woken up at like, I've been waking up at 6 a.m. since I was like 11. Because my first job when I was like 11 was I was working at a golf course as a caddy. Those are the people who carry the golf clubs. And I used to start at like 6 a.m. So I was up at like 5. And then I went to my neighbor's like construction business. And those were early, same thing. Those were early risers. I used to like, how early? When I was 14, he made me used to drive to the office for him. Like he was in the car with me and he used to like make me drive. And because there was no one on the road at 5 a.m. and it was like a 5-minute drive. And then I went to Tim Hortons, which again, fast food, early fast food, like breakfast, coffee, fast food chain. And then I worked at a golf course again for 4 years. And then it has been government since. But again, by that time, I've been 12 years straight. So this was like 23 years old, 24 years old. So I've been like 12 years straight waking up at like 6 a.m. or earlier anyways. And I've always been the type of person who, I don't know if my body was just used to it, that I can just survive on like not a lot of sleep and just like jump up and go do stuff. So I never drank coffee, and I've tried coffee. I don't like the taste. So for 99% of the days, I do not need a coffee or wake me up or anything like that. Shower in the morning and I'm good for the whole day. Some days like this, where it's just been like going nonstop with the kids, going nonstop with work is busy, plus doing 3 to 4 videos a day. Like I'm like physically and mentally drained. So now that is why I'm drinking a Red Bull. But I find that Red Bulls, this is very random, obviously, but you guys are used to this. I can do 1 Red Bull a week. If I try to do like 2 Red Bulls over like 2 or 3 days, my stomach is like in knots for like 3 days. My stomach can like not handle multiple Red Bulls. So I don't know what's in this stuff. Nothing good. I know that. And I know there's healthier options. I just don't know what they are and like the pick me up ability of them. I find these don't even they pick me up for like an hour, these things. I don't know how long they're supposed to pick you up for, but it gives me like an hour boost and then that's basically it. Anyways, that's your random side conversation of the day. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.